Hello, everybody. How we doing today? Hi, Arin. Thank you for the lurk. I'm sure you're busy right now, but I appreciate the lurk, and I hope that your work goes well. Hi, Bewitch. I hope yesterday was fun for you. And hi, BP. Thank you for the bits. Hi, Stars. Hi, Graham. BP! I'm doing a stretch. It ended up being kind of one of those big stretches where you hold your breath so you don't make a little squeaky sound. I'm a widow sleepy. By a little sleepy, I mean I don't think I qualify as human right now. I'm glad you did, Bewitch. I know I couldn't stay and hang out with you for super long, but I did leave a lurk up. So I'm glad everything went well and you had a good birthday. Same with Stars. Oh yeah, all good, BP. Thank you for the lurk. Yes, exactly, Grim. I need to do a hydrate. And I need to say something nice about myself. Oh man, it's one of those days where if I think too hard, I forget to breathe. I've come up with really good sticker ideas. How about that? That's a compliment. Do you guys want to see the sticker that I'm working on for the October Sticker Club? My patrons are still technically voting on it, but that one is the pretty clear winner so far. If you guys want to see, I'll show you. Because I think it's really funny. I do also like the other two designs. So I had one that's like a pile of pills that says "Save Me Pharmaceuticals," which I will be making into a sticker at some point. But that's the least popular one in the patron poll. The second one was the crystal boba that we did, which you guys saw because I did that mostly on stream. And then the last one, excuse me, the last one is this. Which if you are a long-term Tumblrina, we're bringing back Ghost Chan. That was the inspiration for this one, was Ghost Chan. But I thought it was funny to include both the boo of the ghost and the booty. So I think it's like a triple pun, which is great. Yeah, I considered adding like fishnets or something, but I honestly think the bare legs is funnier. This is loosely based off of a pinup poster from what's his name? What is his name? Gil, something with an E. Again, I will say my brain isn't really online. I say as if my brain has been online at any point this week, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so this will be the sticker for October, it looks like. Unless something crazy happens in the patron poll. So yeah, I inked this yesterday. And that'll happen. And I'll do the pharmaceutical ones in here too, and then I'll use that at some point. Maybe it'll just go straight into my shop or something. Oh, that can happen though, Bewitch. Like, even if you didn't drink anything, it's mostly just dehydration and exhaustion, honestly. So, like, just talking more than you normally do, which you did a long stream yesterday, will add to your dehydration. And also just, like, being, quote-unquote, on for that long will make you tired. So definitely have your oiters and maybe some electrolytes if you have them. And maybe that'll help. Brain function. Who is she? We just don't know. I did leave a note that I wanted to do the moss next. I do think that we still have some shading work to do on our bug. And I haven't touched the roof tiles at all yet. But we'll do the moss on the logs first and then do the roof tiles, I think. And then we can do the moss that's on the roof tiles, which is a little bit of a different color. I'm just gonna say a lot today, which is fine. But the way I like to do moss texture involves a lot of wet. Because I really like leaving the watercolor to like its own devices because it makes more natural patterns. Yes, I'm Dracady Bean. That's actually another one of the bugs I was thinking about doing this month. Is a tundra katydid. I decided that I'm just gonna make my own bug. Which actually, that's something I need to talk to Cap about. My local Latin expert. Because I'm making some things for the bug stickers that aren't really bugs or aren't really alive, so they don't have a scientific classification. Yeah, I gotta bug him about it. And I need to come up with a funny, like, faux scientific name for them. And since he did classics in college, so he, like, knows Latin pretty well and stuff, so I think he can help me come up with funny names. Because a couple of the things, like, so, like, the tundra katydid, I'll probably base it off of a real katydid, and then make the like, last bit of the name be something tundra Katie bean related. And then I'm also going to have a crushed M&M, which that's another Tumblr post. If you know, you know. And I'm also going to do like a computer glitch as one of the stickers. So I'll need to come up with like a scientific name for that one. The rest of them are like bugs. So I do, or other animals, looks at my shrimp and my mermaid lobster. So that's not as difficult. I did write those ones down. I went through and wrote down the scientific names the other day so that I can start working on the checklist properly. But I opened the file and just like stared at it for like 20 minutes yesterday. I was like, I don't know where I want to start on this. And so I just didn't. You know how it is, I'm sure. Okay. We're just going to start with the little bits up here. Which basically I'm just putting water in the spots. That's a little bit too much. Where my thing? Here my thing. But yeah, I've been working on like 35,000 things at once like the past 2 weeks. And my brain hurts. I do also, since Grim is here, I need to remember to talk to Zolgar again. Because I do think that size packaging will work, so I need to figure out how / if he can print this thing for me. I just keep forgetting to message him. Even though it's on my to-do list. Like... Yeah, talking to Z about the size of my package, and specifically how to fold my package. Which then somebody goes, kinky. Right? That's how it works, I'm sure. What else have I been doing? I don't think anything that you guys don't know about. I do need to, because I think I told you guys that I found like a 3D printable folding tool for making like card packs, which would make my life so much easier for doing the bug sticker packs. But because it has like hinges on it, I need to size it up in the ratio still. So the packaging is going to be a little bit bigger than I imagined, but I think it'll be fine. Because it's going to end up being like this size, except there's going to be like seal on the top and the bottom. Like a card pack, like one of those heat seal card packs like you would do for Pokemon. So the original design that I had planned out is not the correct size, and I need to change it. But that's easy to do. It wasn't fully done either, the design, so it's not like some great weight on me. But now that I know what size I do need that to be, I can actually get started on that properly. I think you have to ask him that. I don't know. Kiss from an aphid? Maybe? I don't know. Because that's, a bug that hangs out on a rose. I don't know enough of the lyrics to riff on that. All I can think in my head, and I can't even hear the whole song, I'm just thinking about that scene from Community where Jeff and the Dean are doing karaoke to that song. And there's something about the light hits the something of the gray, which is a lyric that does not make sense. And apparently was never meant to make sense. And just like nobody brought it up. Yeah, which, like, props to you, man. Honestly. It's like the longest prank of all time. Have good luck, Tomato. I love you too. Good luck with work. I hope that you don't have anybody too stupid today. Which, like, we both know you're gonna, but, like, there's levels to it. Yeah, hits the gloom on the gray. Yeah. It wasn't meant to be anything, but still, it really isn't anything, you know? It's kind of dark today, but that's just because it's like, cloudy outside. So we don't have as much natural light today. Which, like, I'm gonna need to buy, like, way better lights that don't hurt my brain when I move downstairs. Because there is a big window down there, but it's not as big as this one. And it's, like, half on ground, like, half below ground kind of a room. So it doesn't get as much natural light. Yeah, it's cold here. So it's 49 degrees right now. Our low for today is 42. It got cold enough overnight that my room did not warm up, which is usually how that goes. So it's basically winter here. I'm wearing a gigantic hoodie. And right now, Grim is crying with envy. But yeah, I have a 5X hoodie on right now. Because girl want to be comfy. That is, okay, this is kind of vaguely related, but not fully related. That is kind of one of the things that I dislike about being fat. Like, there's a lot of stuff to, like, get mad about with that, and a lot of it has to do with society. But also, I'm, like, too big to fit in my boyfriend's sweatshirts properly without, like, stretching them out. Which kind of sucks. I have to buy my own big things to wear. Which again, small beans overall, but come on. Did I call you tomato earlier, Bewitch? I feel like I might have done that. My bad if I did. Again, I'm not awake. I'm most of the way through this Red Bull, and I don't think it's saving me today. I think it's just making the static louder. Who else suffering from the brain static? Raise your hand. Yeah, exactly, Bewitch. And I don't know. I have a lot of stomach, too. So it would also stretch there, I think. Because I have, like, I guess it's technically called an apron belly. I have much belly. Yeah, clearly I just need to, maybe actually, because I have 3 of these 5X hoodies, because if I find a thing, I buy a lot of it. Like, if I find a thing that I like, I buy a lot of it right off the bat. Because capitalism means that it won't be there again when I want more. And also, I'm autistic. Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe I should just mail him one of my hoodies and be like, you need to keep this for a while, and then send it back to me in a sealed plastic bag. Yes, thank you, stars. Although, considering the current state of my country, I don't know that that's really viable. Yeah, honestly. Because, I think I've said this before, but, I bought Cap a little Kappa, well, I say little, it's a big-ish capybara plushie, and slept with it for, like, months, and then mailed it to him. And then I was like, actually, I kind of want to keep one of these cappies too. So we both have one. And I also overstuffed them a little bit so they're firmer. And so when I went to visit him, I brought mine and I switched them. So I brought the one that smelled like him back with me and left mine there. Which, like, is great, except for the fact that the smell goes away. You know? But I had a plan. I don't think anybody can really accuse me of not thinking stuff through for the most part. Like, well, I mean, they could. They just wouldn't have much of a leg to stand on. I overthink everything. Yep, good luck, Grim. Also, Grim, if you haven't already disappeared, you should legitimately tell me what kind of energy drink you want. I'll message you about that again later. But yeah. We finally got our D&D scheduled, vaguely. Found a scheduled time that works for everybody. Ish. Or Stars is taking it in the shorts, honestly, but we kind of knew that was going to happen. I don't remember what other green color I usually use for the moss. I think it's the one that I pried off of my palette. Like, I don't think I need this. Last time. Not last time, well, a while back. So I think I was using green apatite over top of it. Because really, to make moss look like moss, you just gotta do like a million different layers of random blotches. I would probably grab primaries to mix. So like, instead of like primary red and like a cyan and like Hansa yellow kind of vibe. Because like that gets you a lot of different colors, but also it lets you know how their mixed colors will look because they're going to be using the same pigments. But also, I think you got to test out the purples. Because, like, you can mix a purple. It's not going to be as good of a purple as whatever the art supply has. And you gotta know if they have, like, a good blue purple. Because so many do just, like, pink purple. And you need both. They're such different vibes. Like, so many of them do, like, a magenta style purple. And it's like, no. Incorrect. I need, like, a violet. I need, like, an imperial purple, please. Did I leave that paint right here like a weirdo? I think I did. Like a weirdo, like a person who was like, I can't commit to this. Yep, that's the color. I did just leave the little dried nugget of this green over there. Yeah, seeing the secondary colors makes sense to me too. Because again, like you can mix them, but like they did the work for you, you know? But also like the real answer, but which like the true answer for me is I don't just get a couple. This is the entire line of colors from Daniel Smith Watercolors. I had to pay $30 shipping on this to get it to my house. So the real answer is that I don't just buy a couple because I have no chill whatsoever. So what colors would you get to test it out? The answer is yes. I know purple is your color, Grim. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't know. There's a difference between like what you like seeing and what works in art, you know? Because I definitely, the majority of my favorite colors across my life has been like warm or pastel in general. Um, that's not the colors I use in my art. It's different. I use a lot of like blues and I don't know, deep greens. And just very saturated in general. High contrast kind of thing. But my favorite colors right now are both pastel. So. I feel like music could be a little bit louder. Do you guys agree with that assessment? Sound is a little bit different for you, but it is just like my desktop audio, so. This one I don't think I know well enough to sing to you based on how much I'm hearing it. But some of the ACS songs I could sing to you, and my voice would crack because Allie's voice is has a very different range to me. Hi, Doodle! Here, I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Oh yeah, this is the alternate version. So they have, yeah, I know there's an encoding error because I pulled something up. Chill out. But the alternate version I don't know as well as the other one. There, now I can actually hear it. Tell me if that's too loud. Because I can also just turn down desktop audio for you guys. But Allie has a much higher range than I do, so some of her things definitely make my voice crack. Especially if I haven't warmed up. I was actually thinking the other day, I think I still have a DVD copy of one of my musical theater classes in high school. The one where I had a solo, because I'm pretty sure one of the parents recorded it and then burned CDs or DVDs for everybody. I should have that somewhere. Where, I don't know, but somewhere.
next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
Probably just feel like the music was quiet because I'm not talking as much today, which is perfectly valid. I'm not like chastising myself, but if I'm talking, I'm not listening as much. You know? How's everybody else doing this week? What's the tea? We got anything exciting? I know Bewitch and Stars just had their birthdays. I've been stamping a lot of stickers to the point that I have to take a day off in between because otherwise this part of my hand gets really, really sore from where I have the handle of the stamp. So I got through my first, because I'm also reorganizing my stickers while I'm stamping them, so I'm doing both at once basically. So I got through the first section out of like 4. Well, 3.5. So next up are all the ice cream bar stickers. I do think that I need to get a different organizing solution because the one I got is a little bit too thin. Hi, Freezer! For the way that I package my stickers. Just like a tiny bit, so a bunch of them are like angled in the drawers. Because I forgot my own packaging size when I ordered something. Tee-hee, just ADHD things. Okay. Yeah. I just touched my face with the paintbrush and got my face wet. Do you think that there's another layer to do on the moss? But I want it to dry a little bit first. Now I'm just going to stare off into space and my brain's going to completely shut off. I also wanted to do more shading on our little bug. I feel like it's looking a little bleh. It's a technical term. I think I'm gonna do like, it'll be a little bit more intense, but I think it will be good. We'll see. It's one of the problems. We used a little bit of titanium buff underneath here. One of the problems with that is that it reactivates more quickly and makes kind of like the higher up colors a little bit more like muddy because it's a very opaque color. Which I knew when I did it, I was like, I'm gonna not like it if I do this, but also I'm gonna do it anyway. Which, like, it's fine, it's the right color, but... Ah, yes, you mentioned Bewitch, I remember. I'm glad that went well. Oh, God. Ooh, nice, what kind of cake? But yeah, that's like a lot to have happen in 1 week. I'm glad that your partner's still making time for you and like to celebrate your birthday though. That's nice. I think this line just ended up a little bit too harsh, so let's mellow that out a little bit. That's better. You should clearly just make a cheesecake, Stars. Okay. I do think that that's better, so let's... Ooh, that sounds really good, Bewitch. That's very sweet. I love that. Hey Carl, good to see you. How you doing? I do also need to shade his little peats more. Yeah, you've had to do a lot of adulting lately. Oh, that reminds me. I don't remember if I told you guys or not. The banana slug is fully done. Where did I put him? Probably here? I was moving stuff around because I had to measure a bunch of art and stuff. Ah, yeah, here he is. He done. Oh, you can't really see because my PNG tuber is now. There we go. Thank you. I'm pretty pleased with him. Thank you. Oh, yeah. That sucks, Bewitch. I hope that it's nothing serious. My ear hurts like a bitch the past 3 days, and I'm fucking over it. We've been having like a lot of pressure changes and stuff, which messes with my bad ear. Which again, Kuro, you're probably going to ask again. I have hearing damage in my right ear from scar tissue from an ear infection from when I was in college, where I couldn't get to the doctor in time because I was taking 19 credits and working part-time. Don't do that, by the way. But because of that, when there's like a lot of pressure changes, or if I get congested, it hurts pretty bad because the pressure doesn't change correctly. Thank you. Yeah, it was really the banana skin texture was really one of those things where I was like, I'm just making random dots. I hope this looks okay. And then all of a sudden it looked like something. It's very strange. Oh, yeah, Bewitch. Yeah. That always just like... It sucks, like, in general, how few people, like, actually seem to give a shit if they or anyone else gets sick. Like, I don't understand. Oof. Yeah, that sucks, Guro. Because there was definitely one... That was a semester where I started with 21 credits and then went down because one of the teachers, like, completely changed the amount of work that was going to be done during the semester, which like irked the shit out of me. Because like aside from that just being like frustrating as a student, I also just hate schedule changes. They stress me the fuck out. Like once I have a mental plan of what's happening, that's what is happening, or I will throw a tantrum. Like those are the ways it goes. But yeah, by the time I finally got to the student health center, because that was like the only place where I could get an appointment that I would actually be able to make it to, they were like, well, this is just, it's not infected anymore. Your body just like fought it, so you're fine, I guess. And I was like, cool, that's what I thought. And my ear has never been correct since. I probably, like, if I had better insurance or something, I would probably look at getting some of the scar tissue scooped out of there, but I don't, so it is a moot point. If I was close enough for you to test, I'd let you do it. Because, like, I actually haven't had it tested properly, so... I'm just like, I can't hear as well on that side anymore. And part of that is definitely the pressure shifting stuff. Because I do live someplace with, like, a lot of pressure shifts. Yeah, and I'm also just not there, so, you know, isn't gonna work out even if you did have a booth next to you. Because I guess I don't know where you are. You were in Michigan. Because I was gonna say the last time I was in Michigan was, like, when my mom was still alive, so like maybe 7 years ago. A while back. Oh, okay, New York now. Got it. Ah, gotcha. Okay. This is a bagworm, which is technically a caterpillar that turns into a moth. And And they make their own cocoons by gathering like sticks and leaves and stuff like that. So I turned it into like because a lot of the photos that you'll see of them have little sticks stacked like logs in like a spiral up. So I made it into like a Baba Yaga house was the vibe. But if you just search like bagworm sticks or bagworm log, you will find plenty of images of that. There was one specific one that went viral a while back. That like was popular enough that like Snopes was like, is this real? It is. They're just weird little guys who like to make little houses. I'm gonna use a different brush for this, maybe. Let's see about this. I don't know if that's worth the extra effort. Yeah, they are. They are really weird little guys, affectionate. Which is part of why I think this project was really fun. Because like when I first started it, I was just like, you know, what would make a good collectible thing? And then I was like, you know what was really fun when I was a kid, like in the summer, when you had one of those little bug terrariums and you just kind of wandered around in your yard and picked up random shit and put it in the terrarium with like a bottle cap of water and a single leaf. Just like, I don't know, there's something very fun and collectible about bugs that way. Yeah, and there are a lot of weird little guys for sure. And I am a weird little guy appreciator. Actually, I could make this a bit more intense to add more blue to it. Maybe some brown. Yeah, that's valid. That's totally valid. Exactly, Bewitch. Exactly. Hey, Red Bean. Yeah, I don't really mind them, honestly. Like, even spiders they don't really bug me that much. Just like, if I get surprised by them, then I will react poorly, because monkey brain take over. Alright, good luck. Thank you for the lurk. But for the most part, I just like leave them be. I do move spiders if they're in some place where they're likely to get hurt to like a better hunting ground, because they end up stuck in my bathtub a lot, because my bathroom is on the lower level, which is like a half submerged kind of thing. That's fair. I mean, our brains are hardwired to like things that are colorful, so. I don't know. Like, some bugs are like creepy, but also I respect the grind, you know? I will say, I was talking about a while back, one of the stickers that I want to do is a mosquito, and specifically a male mosquito. And I was thinking I would do it as a lumberjack because like some of them eat tree sap. But I've decided I think I want to do him in a little flower crown, because they are like one of the important things about mosquitoes, especially male mosquitoes, is that they are pollinators because they do eat pollen, the male ones. It's only the females that eat blood. And I was like, you know, it would be funny if we like baby girlified this mosquito. I think that's way funnier than a lumberjack mosquito. Because I want you, if you were on Tumblr when Hannibal show was airing, you remember how like people were posting photos, like edited photos of Will and Hannibal in flower crowns, and that kind of expanded into people posting serial killers. in flower crowns and shit. I want to do something like that vibe for a mosquito. Because, like, his wife may be a serial killer, but he's just a little guy, you know? And there is a specific species of mosquito that has Alaska in its name, so I feel like that's the appropriate play. Although finding, like, photos of specifically male mosquitoes, not an easy task, so he may look a little femme. Which, like, good for him. We love that for him. Okay. I do need to do the roof tiles. Is our next task, I think. I do also want to do maybe a dark blue to shade the moss a little more. And then once the moss is fully dry, we need to shade the logs as a whole. Because we've only put color down, we haven't fully shaded them, so they feel a little flat right now. I may add some more texture on the edges here too. Because I did color over that with a little bit more yellow. But I kind of want maybe I'll just do that right now, actually. I would like the little rings to be visible, just because I like the vibes. Which may involve doing a little bit of a darker color, I don't know. We'll find out. Oh yeah, totally fair. I did watch Hannibal, and I found it enjoyable, but I also like some horror. Gore is touch and go, but, like, generally speaking, I prefer that to other types of horror. I just assumed that was what you meant, Bewitch. Like, I didn't even realize that you made a typo. I just auto-corrected that in my head. Because I know you. You appreciate a good slut. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. But I will say that Hannibal show did a really good job of, like, making an ethical quandary, because that show made me fucking hungry. And it did for a lot of people. So, like, I'm looking, and obviously they didn't use actual human for the the recording, but, like, I was looking at that, like, I don't know, man. that leg of person looks pretty dang good. I might, I don't know. Sorry, I'm texting somebody. Hang on a second. Okay. That's what I was doing. Can I remember anything from moment to moment? The answer is no. Which is fine. My entire life has proven that I don't really need a working memory to get things done that I want to get done. I also need to remember to sell my turnips today. I've been playing Animal Crossing again, and I got a bunch of turnips this week because I still don't have the turnip bell like the final achievement. And me, my brother, and my town all had decreasing patterns this week. So I'm losing like a lot of money on these turnips. So I should just suck it up and do it. I kept like holding out like maybe something will change. No. Like, you know it won't change. Just do it. You've lost more money by putting it off. Hi, Chess. Good to see you.
Tariffs.
I know. Girl, the tariffs. They're destroying my turnips. My brother's going on a run, so that was him leaving the house, in case anybody was curious. You guys can hear him a lot better with the different mic, which may be a blessing or a curse, I don't know. Okay, I need the babyest of brushes for the rest of this. Will any of this detail be visible in the 3-inch sticker that will be made from this? No. Am I going to do the little details anyway? Yes. I know, right? Yeah, I can't, because like with the decreasing, there's a small chance that it's actually a big spike week, but I had a big spike last week, so I knew that mine wasn't going to be, and I forgot to buy turnips last week, and I was like so pissed because I just like forgot. I got busy working on Sunday and just missed it. Sunday, I was gonna say Sunday is one of my work days. All of the days are my work days. What am I talking about? It's almost like I run a small business and therefore never take a day off for something. Okay, I do like that texture a little better, even though it's not going to be visible when we finish it. Still need to do roof tiles, and I think add a little bit more color to the thing. Yeah, I have an alarm in my phone now to buy turnips. Hi, Papa. I know Greg left you. You've been abandoned. So lonely. No, you're right, Bubba. I didn't give you new water today. I forgot. Usually when I get my breakfast, I empty out his water dish that's out here and refill it with cold water. So we went and sniffed his water and was like, oh. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to get all the achievements, honestly. So that's kind of what I've been focusing on at the moment, and getting villager pictures. When I first started playing, like my goal was to go through every single villager and get their photo, which means if you don't play Animal Crossing, you have to have like the highest level of friendship with each villager to get their photo. Because it's like a little gift that they give you that you can hang on your wall, and each of them has like a little saying from the character on the back. So if you interact with it, you can see the little quote. And so I plan to go through every single villager, and I'm working on that still. There are some of my villagers that I don't have photos for yet, but most of them I do now. So the next time I get a camper or something, somebody's going to move out. Or if one of the ones that have already given me their photo asks to move out, I will let them, so that I can keep going through that. But I also have been focusing on the various like Nook Mile achievements. And one of the ones I need is the turnip one. There's a cat hair on my palette. Can you guys see that? Cat hair. There's a little bit of him in everything I do. Can you like not be on my palette though? please. There we go. Yeah, there's hair from him everywhere, honestly. A little treat. I will, thank you. Hi, Shawnee. I'm gonna have another Stars toffee. Yeah, for sure. But he really likes the fuzzy blankets that we have. And those things hold on to fur like nobody's business. So there's just cat fur everywhere on my bed. Like everywhere. How you doing, Shawnee? What's funny about the villager photos, though, is I have a villager that, like, moved in the first round of houses, so he doesn't even have, like, the furniture that his house is supposed to have. He just has the, like, cabin furniture that I was forced to put in the house to get him to move onto the island. He still hasn't given me his damn photo. Oh, good. I'm glad, Shawnee. You deserve more better days. But, like, just give me your damn photo, dude. I think if I shook him, he's a lazy type, so I think if I shook him, a bunch of crumbs and bugs would come out. It's Stitches, for those who don't know. He's the little bear cub who looks like a teddy bear, like a stuffed animal. And he's popular, so I'd like to get his photo so I can move him to somebody who would like to keep him. But gonna start pulling off his button eyes like, give me your photo, you little piece of shit. I did finally get the photo from Iggly, who was one of the original jock villager on my island. Because when you start, you have a jock and you have an Uchi. Well, sisterly, they call it sisterly now. And yeah. Yeah, so I've been working on collecting all the photos from the villagers in Animal Crossing. I agree, Bewitch. I have a whole thing. We can go down this road together. So when they released the amiibo cards, I specifically bought a bunch of the super popular villagers. So like Julian, Marshall, Meringue, the ones that people like pay out the fucking nose for. And I started giving them away for free to undercut the market. Because, like, charging somebody like $100 in real life money goes entirely against the purpose of the game. And I hate that. So I will personally destroy the capitalist market of Animal Crossing forums. I also have Raymond. And I keep giving him really stupid outfits. Like, that don't really match him. Because I think it's funny. So he has like a little maid outfit. I gave him a diner outfit, like one of the diner dresses. I gave him a bunch of different kinds of pajamas. I gave him one of those like weird poncho dresses. Yeah, the hype was ridiculous. Oh, of course, Freezer. Good luck with work. Yeah. Yeah. And there was like people, I forget, was it on Twitter? I just saw like screenshots of somebody like messaging somebody else saying that Raymond was their comfort character and they were this other person was mistreating Raymond. So they had to give Raymond to this person or start treating him better. And it's like, have you guys ever lived in like the real world? Because like the rest of us have actual problems to worry about. I know, it's crazy, Bewitch. Oh, Cherry is a good one. Why are you scratching, Bubba? Just vibing? I think you do that to Stim. I think you're autistic, Bubba. Yeah, Cherry is a very popular one. I think it was real Bewitch. Because there were definitely, I blocked a lot of people on Tumblr because I had Raymond in my town, and so people were like being really weird at me, and I blocked like a lot of people. Oh yeah, I remember Shawnee. Hi, bub. Yeah. But I'll probably buy a Raymond card at some point to continue undercutting the market. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was both real and weird. Why do you inspect everything like you've never seen it before? This entire room is like the exact same that it has been since you moved in, Bubba. Yeah, come here. You can sit with me and get pets. Yeah, totally fair, Bewitch. But yeah, I don't know. I also, like, I don't remember if I've talked about Rainy before, but one of the reasons that I was on Twitch as much as I was because of Animal Crossing. So I was watching a bunch of Animal Crossing streamers, and one of the ones that I was like, it was the first place I was a mod in on Twitch was Rainy in Vancouver, who would restart a town once a year and then go through and get all the achievements and then start over, basically. And so she'd rotate through villagers and give the villagers away for free. And she often got like pretty popular ones like Julian or something. So she's very much my inspiration for doing that, because she passed away before the amiibo cards came out. And so one of the reasons that I got the amiibo cards was to continue on her mission of basically undercutting the capitalist black market trade of Animal Crossing. Oh yeah, that's right, Bewitched. Kat mentioned that in Stars and Eyes Discord. Yeah. I do have one, and it's one of the deer. I think Lopez is mine. And he kind of looks like a antelope. Yeah. Okay, I'm doing roof tiles. That's what I'm doing. What color do I want to do for roof tiles? That's the next question. The answer is, maybe a little bit of a desaturated brown. Hi, Papa. Sweetie, what's up? I don't have any more cheese, if that's what you're looking for. You already have had your cheese tribute for the day. Okay, I think I just want these to be a bit of a darker color. And then we'll do kind of like a similar moss thing on here. And then do kind of like an overall shading like we're gonna do on the logs. Oh my god, no, I feel that, Bewitch. So the left side of my neck, like where my head connects to my neck, gets fucked up and pinches a nerve in there sometimes, which I think is partially because my body is fucked up and partially because my body is fucked up. I was gonna like say specifics, but honestly that just kind of narrows it down. But so sometimes I'll like slip it or it'll tweak itself while I'm sleeping and I'll wake up and be in horrible pain and want to die. And I can feel that it's going to do that at some point soon. Like I can feel it starting to be a bitch. And it did that last week, the week before, and I managed to like get it back to vaguely normal, and now it's like, actually, I want to continue to cause problems on purpose, and I'm like, can you like let me live my life, bro, please? Yeah, bodies were a mistake, as Grimm often says. Like, my body is held together with rotten rubber bands and hope at this point. Grim, while you're in chat, what's your preferred energy drink, Grim? Because I wasn't joking. Oh, did you? Good. I didn't see the notification. Thank you. Yeah, I really got out. So I was doing pretty well with like exercising regularly before I had surgery. But because that one incision got so fucked up, I have not, like, I exercised once since I had surgery when I was doing it like 2 to 3 times a week. The first day I go back to modeling, I'm going to suffer so much. Yeah, thank you. I don't believe she did, Shawnee. Good catch. That's too green. I wore the perfume that Sleepy gave me when I visited today. And it's not one of my usuals, so I'm like way more aware of it. It smells good. I really like it. Oh, thank you. I did turn up that sound a little bit. And yeah, I can hear it. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. This one was like more complicated. It took me so long to sketch this out. I redid the house bit like 35,000 times, honestly. I was like, no, that twist isn't right. No, this twist isn't right. No, that perspective doesn't look right. Until finally I just gave up and found a like 3D modeling online tool that was free and was like, give me cubes. I need to stack cubes and see them. Yeah, lots of little details. Also, I was thinking today that if I finish all these bugs before the end of, like, with enough time at the end of the month, I might risk trying to paint the Venuses on stream. Because I don't know that I'm gonna get them done if I don't. Because they've just been sitting there. So I have one done. And, like, if I get banned from Twitch for Paleolithic vulva, I think I'm okay with that, honestly. I don't think so, Shawnee. It's kind of like a different vibe for that specifically. So, like, if I can manage, one of my plans this weekend is to, like, either on Saturday or Sunday, and I haven't decided yet, I'll see how I feel tomorrow, is to take a day where I'm not actually spending time in people's streams so that I can listen to my audiobook and just sit by myself and do some work. Because I'm way more likely to get something done if I do it like that. But for some reason, Discord co-work is very different to my brain than, like, this is the seat where I do the arts kind of a thing. Or I do the arts when I have my headphones in and can't hear anything around me. I don't know why that's so different for my brain, but... Yeah, exactly, Bewitch. I'm just really chatty. Which, like, is one of my better qualities as a Twitch viewer, I legitimately think. God, when they started doing the Twitch Wrapped thing, or whatever they call it, Twitch Rewind, and it tells you how many messages you've sent in various chats, and I'm like, holy shit, I really never shut up. And I know that I do make an effort to do that, especially when chats are pretty quiet. Because, like, it's, as a streamer, it's so much easier to just keep talking if you have somebody to work off of, too. So, like, I make an effort if chats are a little quiet to, like, be chatty. Or chattier. I already am chatty. But, you know. I wanted to add more blue to the moss. That's what I wanted to do. I think if I do, like, yeah. But yeah, if I'm someplace, I'm going to chat. If I say lurk, if I really want to lurk, I need to mute the stream. Otherwise, I cannot. Oh yeah, I am also in that circle today, Bewitch. Like that brain spiral. I've been like that for like the past week, and I realized because like, so I have PMDD, which means my brain tries to kill me once a month. Like really hard. I mean, it tries to kill me on a regular basis, but it's worse for a week out of the month. And because I don't bleed anymore, because I don't have a uterus, it's a little bit harder to track when that week is. But because, like, I remember telling you guys last month where I was like, I'm pretty sure it's PMDD week because, like, my brain has been actively trying to kill me for 3 days. And then it just suddenly stopped. And I was like, oh, right. So I put that in, like, my phone calendar. And I was feeling like that the past couple days. And I was like, wait. Has it already been a month? And I, like, looked in my calendar and I was like, yep, it has been, like, exactly a month. This is what's happening. And, like, that does make me feel a little bit better, but it really doesn't fix anything, you know? But, like, I also just, like, I don't know how to describe this, I guess. I've been kind of in, like, a constantly triggering situation that is not going to get resolved ever. Which means that those kind of thoughts are, like, way more at the forefront than they used to be. Just like, it's been a time. It's been a time. So, all that to say, I feel that. I guess. Doing that neurodivergent thing where I say, yes, here's a story about myself, and then I feel like I changed the topic to myself. Yeah, I feel that, Bewitch, for sure. Yeah, okay, good. Just making sure. It's another one of those things where, like, because I've been in that triggered position for as long as I have, I'm, like, questioning every single relationship I have in a way that is not healthy or helpful. And, like, I know that, but that doesn't stop it. Again, I feel like when we realize where something comes from, we should get a little achievement sound, and I should get $50 to buy a little treat, and then the problem should go away. Like, give me $50 and I will buy some, like, hair dye or something, and then I can go have a little ice cream or something, you know? Like, I figured it out. I've discovered your tricks. I solved the riddle. Now get the fuck out of my head. Hey, Bubba. You gonna come sit over here? You wanna sit on your tortilla? Yeah, honestly, Bewitch, for real. I've been doing that with Cap too, and I haven't, like, told him about it because, like, it's not his problem. You know what I mean? But, like, it's so stupid. Like, and I'm aware it's stupid, so I'm, like, there's a second me in the back of my head watching me be a fucking idiot. Like, it's so annoying. I very much feel like, you know that gif that people use of the little girl in The Help banging on the window? Like, that's my logical self in the back of my head trying to, like, be like, no, girl, get it together. Exactly, Shoddy. It's like, I solved the riddle. Let me go. But it's so stupid. It's like, oh, well, somebody's tone is off. It's not off. I'm just crazy. And, like, I'm aware of that. But it still is just like, oh, well, they took, like, 3 minutes longer to message you back, so they hate you now. They're gonna leave. It's just like, what's happening in here? That's not true. And I know that's not true. And yet, it continues. It's so fucking annoying. Yeah, for sure. And honestly, that's part of the reason why I play Animal Crossing a lot, is because when I feel like I don't have control over my life, I like to go into something where I have control over everything. So, like, my feeling out of control, I don't know, safe tasks are play Animal Crossing or a similar game like Stardew or whatever, and listen to the Hunger Games audiobooks. So, it's the same kind of thing where, like, if you feel out of control with your life, you dye your hair, which is part of why that's, like, the hee hee ha ha joke of when you break up with somebody, you dye your hair immediately. That's totally fair, Bewitch. I do think that the way new Animal Crossing works does remove, like, a lot of the conflict that there used to be, so it's kind of all just, like, lovey-dovey and not as scary anymore. Because, like, those villagers used to tell you to fuck off for realsies. Yes. I do think Stars' hair came out nice. And she was messaging me when she was doing it and was, like, worried it was going to turn out poorly. And I was like, what were you even worried about? This looks incredible, girl. I do like adding a little bit of color. I have darker hair, so I don't like bleaching it. But I do like adding, like, some red to it, or I'll add purple or blue so that it kind of, like, shows up in bright light as a little bit of a different color. But yeah, there was a significant portion of my time in college where I was professionally dyeing my hair, like, red like a redhead kind of, but intense kind of red, which I think suits my complexion really well. And honestly, I feel like people understood me being bitchier when I had red hair versus when I have my regular brown. They were just like, ah, yes, your personality matches what I expect from somebody with this hair color. And they'd like leave me alone. Which is funny. Yeah, Bewitch. I was just meaning like Animal Crossing is a good alternative to that now because there you don't have the same kind of conflict like you do in The Sims. I don't think I explained that thought very well. Yeah, I have like a lot of like nice highlights in my hair to the point that like I don't know, hairdressers always comment on my hair and how they don't want to do what I'm asking them to do to it. So like when I first went to get my hair dyed, the guy who was dyeing it was like, "Oh, you have such beautiful platinum highlights. You have such good highlights in your hair. I don't want to mess with them." And I'm like, "Okay, but you're going to mess with them because I'm paying you like $400. So do it." And my hair is also really thick, so like anytime I got my hair cut short, people would try to argue with me about it. It's like, I asked you to do this, I'm paying you to do this, you will do it, or I will go find somebody else. Like, okay. Need to work on mosses more. Yeah, exactly, Shawnee. I have had some like red and orange hair dye in my Amazon cart for like ever. That I just haven't gotten around to buying, honestly. Because there's always something else to buy. So I started saying that sentence earlier and then I never finished it. I'm realizing, speaking about buying things, I did buy 2 different kinds of repealable sticker paper to test out for making a sticker book. And I think I know which brand of the 2 that I got I'm going to go with before even opening the packages because one of them arrived well packaged and one of them didn't. So, but I will test that out and see what I think. Yeah, exactly, Bewitch. And like my aunt has relatively thin hair. And so she was always like really jealous of my hair when I was a kid and would joke about coming into my room while I was sleeping and cutting it off. This was actually a joke and I thought it was very funny. This was not weird. I specify that. This aunt is very good about boundaries and is very nice. Both my aunts are really great, actually. But yeah, that was a regular joke. Because I have like a lot of hair. Honestly, I have so much hair that for a while in college, like when I didn't want to deal with it, I was using a razor comb to thin it out because I was just fucking tired. It's just so much hair. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know, people get so weird about hair. It's like, it's just dead cells attached to my head. Like, why are we freaking out about it? I also was really considering shaving my head for a while, but then I moved to Alaska and I need to keep my heat in my person. Especially since I'm not particularly fond of wearing hats. I keep making myself hats like, this time if I make it, I'll want to wear it, and I never do. People are so weird about bodily autonomy. They really are. And like, I didn't have as much of that problem of people like randomly touching me in public unless they were men, like copying a feel, which has happened to me way more than it should have. But yeah, exactly. It's like, just because my body is a little bit different doesn't mean you're allowed to fucking touch me without asking. Like, what's wrong with you? I had to have a talk with one of my bosses because she kept touching one of my black coworkers' hair without asking. And I was like, you are being incredibly racist and rude right now. That's really gross. You need to stop. Because she, like, didn't want to say anything because she was worried about her job and was just very nice. She was a very nice person. And I was just like, no, that's bad. You need to stop doing that. Like, what is wrong with you? Ended up having to call that boss out on a lot. She had good intentions some of the time, I think, but she also just had no clue. Yeah. I compliment people all the time, Shawnee, but I'm also aware that I just look really non-threatening, so people like tend to take it well when I do that. Which is also why, like, customs let me go through without even looking at me for more than half a second. I'm just like the least threatening person in existence. Well, at least inherently. I can be threatening, but... Yeah, my brother worries about that too, just because, like, he's big. He's 6'4" and not thin, you know? So, like, he tends to get pulled over by TSA as like the, see, we check white people too, randomly chosen person. But like I'm not short, but I'm also like not really that tall. Like, I'm tall to short people and I'm short to tall people, you know? So in general, I'm not really like the big scary. But I do compliment people like all the time. Just because, like, I don't know, it's nice. It makes people feel nice. If I see something I like, I should say so. Says I. Oh, 100%, Shawnee. You gotta give the little, hey buddy, wave to the babies. Especially, I love the babies who just like stare at you so intensely. It looks like they're trying to explode you with their minds. That's one of my favorite things in the world. Like, you are so intense right now, little guy. Keep it up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, making the baby smile in return is always like the, haha, I have a special power. Yee. Practicing reactions with baby.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
A stretchy. And a sippy. You got a pants nom. Oh, I don't know that I told you guys, but I did message the person who did the Kickstarter for the little bees, the pan flag reminded me of it, but the little pride bees. And I was apparently one of the like first little group that they shipped out to like test how they were packaging stuff. So I was a good test subject. And I showed them that their process isn't working so great. But she got back to me like super quick. Like less than 5 minutes after I sent the email being like, hey, I don't have everything. Yeah, same, Bewitch. I really like kids. Like, they're cool. They're fun. They're neat people. But I don't really want to be fully responsible for one. Which is why Cap already having a daughter is like the perfect solution for me. Alright, stretchy. Oh my god, you guys. Con is trying to fit in a tiny box right now. I need to take a video of this. Hang on. You can keep going, baby. You're allowed. Doesn't fit in there. Oh, I was too late. He was trying to fit in a tiny box. He's going to go into his other box now that he actually fits in. That I gave him for that express purpose. I shouldn't have said anything. He got stage fright. Alright, I've done a hydrate. I'm doing even more stretchy, even though I already did a stretchy. I'll do more. And yeah, I think it's nice to like be the stranger that proves that not all strangers are trying to murder you. You know? Because like I feel like that, especially for my generation, that was like a huge narrative. You should never ever interact with a stranger because they will try to kill you and kidnap you, kind of a thing. But like that isn't helpful to anybody, you know? Like the majority of crimes that happen to children are from people they already know. And really, it just means that kids feel more unsafe going to anybody when they might need help, you know? Oh, Lord. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel that, Shani. I enjoy being like the crazy aunt. Is definitely my vibe. You want a different box that's like big enough for you that's up like that one? I can get you a different box, Bubba. What are you looking at? Doing that thing where you stare down the hallway and I think there's a ghost down there. Okay. We need to do the general shading for the logs, and then I think perhaps this one is done. I might add a little bit of white ink to do some highlights here. I might go over the spots again, too. Maybe I'll do that first, because that'll give the other stuff time to dry. We're almost done. Actually, I came up with 7 extra steps. Oh, the other design. Do I have? I do. Sorry, I'm not going to finish the sentence. You guys just can hang out for a second. I was like, do I have my iPad out here so I can show you that other sticker design I was talking about? Speaking of things that, like, failed us when we were children. Where are you? In here? Yes. I did this as a suggestion for one of the stickers, which I will make this into a sticker at some point. I'll work on the design in like the next week or so. I used something similar to the Dare font. If anybody else remembers Dare, the campaign that actually made us use more drugs. Speaking of stranger danger and such. And other such things that failed us as children. I did something a little bit similar to the Dare font here because I thought that was really funny. Yeah, exactly. They told us all the names to ask for too, so we knew exactly how to find what we were looking for. I love that. I'm gonna do a little bit darker where the shadow should be, and I'll warm that up a little bit more, just to help sell that shadow a little more. Oh, I don't remember. I keep saying I don't remember if I told you guys this. I'm gonna tell you anyway. Like, I don't know why I keep saying that. But I got a different brand, basically, of the antidepressant that I'm on. Because last time my insurance wasn't gonna cover it until after I'd been out for like a week and a half. So the pharmacist gave me like something that was extra cheap. And were like sample packs, so they were a little bit different. Which, God bless my pharmacist. Thank you for helping me. You're so kind, and I love you. I hope you have a good day. But this time I got the actual ones that I'm supposed to have because my insurance was going to pay for this batch, and they're blackberry flavored. I haven't started them yet. Like, I'm in the last like week or so of the other one. But I wanted to get the new ones earlier so that I had like more of a buffer in the future. so that the same thing didn't happen again. But they're like purple and blackberry flavor, and I'm excited to see like how much of a difference that makes, because like the other ones I've had, like they do taste bitter, but it's like not a big deal, because like I'm just swallowing it, you know. So not that big a deal. But I am curious how much of a difference that will make, or if it makes any difference. But also ADHD brain says, oh neat, this thing is a little bit different, so now it's exciting again. Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see. But it's got a little bit of novelty now. I keep thinking my mic is going to go off when I touch my headset, but my mic is not attached to my head anymore. It's attached to the table, so whenever I hit my knee on the table, you guys can shake, but not when I touch my own head. But yeah, I thought that change was interesting. Just like in general. Oh, that actually reminds me also that I should message the stupid mental health clinic back. Because the person who got me like on the waiting list was like, oh, like right before I was leaving for Canada, was like, oh, I didn't realize that our system booted you if I hadn't talked to you in a certain amount of days. So I'd really like to get you like back on the list. Can we, and I want to call you this week to get that settled. And I was like, I'm traveling. Like, I'm not going to be home. And I just never got an email response back from her. So I guess I should try to message her again. But like, that's not really recommending your clinic very well. Just saying. Okay, I think it's log shade time. Actually write down to message them on my to-do list, otherwise I'm gonna forget. I mean, I'm probably gonna forget anyway if we're being honest, but I'll increase my chances. Thank you, Shawnee. I will write it down, because I did bring my to-do list out here, because I was like, I'm going to think of something that I should put on this list. Like, we just know that I will do that. So maybe I should just find someone else if their staff is like that out of it. I don't know. But I know they take my insurance, and one of my friends recommended them. So maybe it's just this one person that's the issue. And like the actual doctors will be good. Oh, cool. It's the time of year where I get a bunch of political messages from my dead mother. That's so fun. Oh my gosh, I also told you guys that there's that woman who has my same legal name who keeps forgetting her own email address, and I got another one from her, or for her. And I messaged the person, and they were like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'll take you off the list. I got another email from that same person today. So I just emailed back like, hey, I told you last time you emailed me that this was the wrong email address. So you must not have taken me off your list. Yeah, I know, right? It's kind of like, at some point, I'm just gonna block you if you keep sending me messages, because, like, these are not for me, and that puts me in a weird legal place, you know? Yeah, there's another one out there. She's a lot richer than me, though, so I'd be okay with trading. Like, even without having looked at her very sensitive legal documents that I keep getting sent. She's doing all right for herself. So, like, even though for this one it was originally her fault, I think it's on the realtor this time. Oof, yeah. That's rough. Like, there's not much we can do, because, like, I don't have her other contact information. Like, contact your freaking client. You can't just have this one way to contact them. Like, there has to be something else, right? Gosh, the difference between these now that I've shaded it is fucking wild. It's almost like shading things makes them better. Big if true. I need to do more than one layer on these guys. Which is fine. I just need to remember that I'm doing that. We do still get mail at this house for the people who lived in it before. Specifically, we've been getting like pretty consistently, like not like repeatedly, I guess is what I really mean, over time from somebody from a prison trying to send like a handwritten letter to a guy who lived here. But like he moved out of the house in like 2012. So like, and honestly, he was old when he moved out, so I'm not sure like he would even still be around. Because that was part of the reason why they moved out of the house, was because this is not a good house to be old in. Because it's very stair heavy. But it's just like we keep doing like return to sender. Person doesn't live here and then still get mail. It's like I don't know what to tell you, bud. But my guess would be that if Mr. Previous Householder didn't tell that person that his address was changing, then perhaps he didn't want to hear from him anymore. You know? So. Yeah. Who knows? Not me, because I respect other people's mail.
Now, here comes the music.
But yeah, the people who lived in this house before, like they bought it, I think I've said this before, but I think like, they bought it when it was brand new and like raised their entire family in this house and then moved out once one of them needed, like the couple still lived here and one of them needed more medical care than they could get here. So they had to move. And also, this is not a nice house to be old in. It's not a nice house to have an ankle broken in either, I can tell you that much. But we do still get mail for both of them sometimes. Which is wild, because it's been a while since they lived here. I'm probably going to spill my brush for this, actually. Thanks for the boop.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
I still have some work to do on this log, actually. I haven't messed with that like at all. Brother Bean is home. Everybody behave. Welcome back.
Wet out there.
Hmm?
It's wet out there.
Oh yeah, it's been raining nonstop for like 3 days. Thank you. What's in that one?
Oh, it's not shaped right.
I did order some stuff, but it was supposed to be tomorrow. But maybe it arrived early. That would be nice, actually. That would help. He's in the box. He didn't annoy me, really. He came up and asked for pets a couple times, but he did try to sit in that box, and I wasn't fast enough to get a video of it. He didn't fit.
So I got that.
Okay, cool.
So my tried to build just a tiny bit of cabinet. So he ate a bunch of it.
Yeah.
So the bed.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm not gonna do that again.
Yeah. Agreed, Shawnee. We should all be allowed to do crimes. Oh, I do know what that is. Okay. I just for gore. The person with brain for gore disease for gore? Who would have thunk it? Oh, I didn't say when I showed you guys the booty ghost, but that will bring my booty stickers up to 3. Specifically, spooky booties. So I might make a pack out of those 3. Well, maybe I'll just do, instead of like, because I'd have to repackage some of them if I wanted to do a pack. Maybe I'll just do, if you buy all 3, you get an amount off. Because that's easier. Really, I just have to do something behind the scenes in the shop, which is relatively simple. Versus repackaging a bunch of stuff. Okay, the next question is, do I want to use white ink on the shell and the legs here? Maybe a little, but not a lot. Okay, I think this guy is done. I could mess with the moss on the tiles a little bit more, but I also think that it's fine. What, Papa? The realtor messaged me back and was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'll do it right now." We'll see. We'll see. Okay, I think we can decide which bug I'm doing next. And by we, I mean you guys can vote. Or just tell me in chat. I don't think we have a huge amount of people today, so. Because I know I'm overlapping with some other interest folks who would be here otherwise. So we either can do Riz Stickbug, or we can do Nakey Cicada. Those are our two options at the moment. All right, noted. Anybody else have an opinion? Hey. I mean, if you're the one talking, I will listen to you. If somebody else has a different opinion, I will also listen to you and decide, you know? And we love you for it, Bewitch. Yeah, really, this is me just outsourcing a decision because I don't want to make one. Which is also why I put up a poll for what the stickers should be for October on Patreon instead of just deciding myself. I don't want to make another decision. I'm tired. So I like to outsource the decisions that aren't like that big a deal. Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Gotta get Stickbugged. Alright, we'll do Stickbug and then we can save Cicada for last. I think Cicada is gonna be a difficult one. Just because, like, I don't know, the molting skin is something I'm a little nervy about. It's like, I'll handle it and it'll be fine and it'll probably look good at the end. But also, it's one of those things where you're like, I don't know how to do that. So we're just gonna figure it out on the fly. Where are my Stickbug references? Here, perhaps. Yes. He isn't as shiny as our other bugs have been. I don't need to give him quite as intense a highlight, I think. Although I could if I wanted to, because it's my art. Amy, Bruce. But he is, as you might guess, the green of a stick. So I think we'll start with our color of the month, which is the green gold, and then work our way up from there. As sticks do be having some yellow. Do also, like, the cane and the top hat will be black probably, or like dark gray. We can start doing this. And I think I should probably make his little mustache brown. One of the reference images I was working off of had like a little marking on his face right there that looked like a mustache, and I was like, you know what? We're just gonna give him a mustache. He doesn't need to make sense, he just needs to stick book you. I have some craft brown sticker paper that I got. I did like a test run of stickers for a different project with with that sheet, and I do like them. Like, they aren't the vinyl like all of my other sheets are, but I think I might try to make a little sticker sheet with them, which would involve me having to figure out sticker sheet settings on my cutter, but I can probably mess with that and figure it out. But I don't know what I want to do yet. Is another issue. One of those things where, like, I have a vague concept, but it has not solidified yet. But maybe the correct answer is to mess with settings before I make an actual sticker sheet so that I don't get cranky about how much material I'm using. Trying to figure stuff out. Because sticker sheets are more difficult with the cutter, because they're, instead of just having like one thing it needs to cut out correctly, it has a bunch of things it needs to cut out correctly all connected. So if there's like one that's too off, it's kind of all boned. Which I know will make me cranky. Because one of those, like, I don't think it's just this, but I do see it attributed to ADHD and stuff, like, a lot. But, like, the ADHD rage when technology doesn't work the way it's fucking supposed to. Because, like, I'm patient with a lot of things. But if, like, a website won't load, or if my cutter is, like, not registering the sheets correctly, I go fucking nuclear. Like... yeah, we can all be called out together on that one. Because I like, oh boy. Although, speaking of technology that is working, I'm glad that Fugi has been working correctly again. I'm grateful for that. It's like one of those situations where you need to remember when it is working, kind of like when your nose isn't stuffed up. You gotta be grateful. Yeah, I also don't have a diagnosis, but I've been peer-reviewed. Yeah. And I have read a fair number of, like, self-help books about both autism and ADHD. And I'm like, oh dear. Oh dear. I guess I have a pair of shoes that fit. But one that I read that I really liked was, or found useful, I guess liked is perhaps not the correct term, for ADHD was Your Brain Is Not Broken by Tamara Rosier. I'm not sure how she pronounces it. Which some of it was like focused on like kids with ADHD a little bit, like making things easier for them because she's a mom who has ADHD and also has ADHD kids. But it does actually cover like adult stuff a fair amount too. Oh, I feel that hardcore Bewitch. Like that HP printer. The reason that I was working so hard to get the Canon printer instead, that HP printer like sent me into a category 5 meltdown like multiple times. Sometimes when I was on call with people, like Cap has had to deal with me yelling at that thing multiple times on call, where I like started crying because I was so fucking pissed off at it. Grim has also had to deal with that. So, yeah, thanks again, everybody who helped with the tip-a-thon and helped me get a better printer. Which actually works. It works. Like, I tell it to print something and it just prints it. Wild concept. Oh, that's such a mood, Shawnee. See, I like untangling wires, so I would come sit with you and untangle the wires while you worked on something else. Yep. I've had to do the same thing, Bewitch. Yep. Yep, our HP printer regularly would say that it was connected to our Wi-Fi, but just was not actually connected. So we had to like cycle the router multiple times to get it to like actually recognize the printer. It's so obnoxious. And also HP sucks ass. Like, I don't understand. Well, I mean, I do understand, but I don't understand how they ended up being like the printer game because they suck. Yep. I feel you, Bewitch. Oh yeah, I've heard like good-ish things about that, but also that it's kind of annoying. Spotify, why do you stop randomly? I'm gonna play when I tell you to play, bud. Thanks. Okay, so this guy has a little bit of a shine like down his back, kind of like a spine, but not super intense. So I think I do a layer of green and then that will be the highlight color. Me proving that I'm actually using the color of the month in this. Next question is, what green do I want to use? I might just use sap green mixed with some of the yellow. I do think that's about right. Right? Jesus Christ. Like, could we focus on tech that actually is like useful? Please, for the love of God. I'm suffering. Yeah, that's fair. I have a silhouette, which, similar concept. And I definitely have exploded about it a couple times. Alright, Shiny. Oh, I love how I said I was going to do a green layer and then do the highlight, and then I've just already started doing the highlight. That's fine. The software is definitely really shitty, but I think that's because I'm using a Mac. Because all the people that I know that use Windows don't have the same issues that I have. But the software takes up like so much CPU anytime it's open. I literally cannot do anything else with it. Yep. Yeah, I feel you. And you're not alone. In case that wasn't clear by the discussion up to this point. It's just so annoying. Like, you're supposed to work. What's the point if you don't work? Also, that's me at my brain, honestly. Like, just do what you're fucking supposed to. God, there is... Cap and I were trying to start a Stardew game together. And, like, I have a Steam Deck, which I've played Stardew Valley on before with other people. But apparently one of the updates just, like, absolutely made it so that Steam Deck won't connect to anybody else in Stardew. So I was, like, trying to troubleshoot it. And while I was on call with Cap, and I have a really bad time if I'm double audio processing. So if I'm listening to somebody and also reading something, I explode into 1,000 tiny shards of a person. And I get so mad. So I was just like so pissed off while we were trying to start this. And we ended up having to do it on Switch. And we both had copies on both. So that was, like, fine. But, like, having to do that made me so cranky when we were starting out. It was just like, why can't you just do what you're supposed to fucking do? And then because, like, the Switch isn't great, in general, it lags really bad sometimes. So there was, like, it'll just freeze and then you'll lose time or whatever. So there was one time when we were in the mines and I died multiple times because it froze while I was fighting an enemy and the enemy killed me while I was frozen. And I legitimately rage quit. I was like, I need to set this down because I am turning into the Joker. There was also, more recently, I just kind of took it in stride better this time, but I passed out in the house because the game froze while I was walking into the house to go to bed. And, like, it's annoying when you pass out in the house because, like, it's my house. I should be allowed to pass out there. Like, don't worry about it. Why can Shane do it, but when I do it, it's suddenly, like, a national emergency? Okay, I think that's fine. I think I'm gonna get this green layer down, and then I think I'm gonna raid out. Because my brother has ordered lunch, which will be here relatively soon, and I'm hungry. I've been really hungry the past couple days. And also, I know one of my besties is streaming. So I can go raid my friend. And then we can continue working on this guy next time, which will be Monday. I do have, like, a lot of work to get done. I always have a lot of work to get done. I do need to figure out how I want to do the checklist too. I need to stew on that one because I do think that there should be a photo of each of the bugs so that you know which sticker is which. Because if I just write the name and the, like, scientific name of the bug, that doesn't really tell you anything. But I also don't want to do, like, the actual full sticker images because I feel like that's silly. And, like, it's not the vibe that I want. But maybe I'll make two different ones that's just like one that's like the actual images and then one that's like more of a checklist kind of thing. Because they are all going to be on the website, and there will be a QR code on the packaging that will take you there. But I don't know. Which I'm thinking now, I will have that. Like, there's a placeholder there right now on the page. But I'll have that as like a free download that you can print yourself, and then I'll probably sell like cheaper ones, like relatively cheap ones that I print that I can send to you with the packages, if that's better. Because like, other than artists, not a lot of people have printers anymore. Ooh, something else. I did order some fancy paper to try to do some prints. Because I'm thinking I could do postcard prints for Patreon. At like a different tier, similar to the sticker club. And I could also do one where it was like both the sticker and the print. So I ordered some fancy paper to do that. Ah, yeah, I think it's a pretty nice color. This is rich green gold mixed with sap green. Because the rich green gold is more gold than green. But I think it's a good underlayer for these bugs. I think it would be good for leaves too, honestly. I know you've been doing a lot of leaves. Yeah! This is, Get Stick Bugged. And I thought that the Get Stick Bugged pose reminded me of the, little ragtime frog from Looney Tunes. Man, I can feel my neck fucking up more. I would like to have a body that works properly. I was gonna say, is that too much to ask for? But apparently it is. Ooh, that looks really derpy. Perhaps I'm going to smudge that out and try again. Highlights were not in the same spot. Let me finish the face and then I will do the eyeballs. Well, I mean, they aren't really eyeballs. Actually, one of the gifts I got for Stars yesterday for her birthday, via her throne, is the same neck tension pillow that I use to try and unfuck my neck. Hers is just in a different color. But it works really well. Alright. I think that's a good first layer and stopping spot. We can work on this more on Monday. Then, yeah. Do you have anything else important to say? I mean, no. Do I have anything else I want to say? Perhaps also no. I am so sleepy. I'm so groggy today. Holy shit. Maybe I go take a nap, man. Thanks for hanging out. It's always good to see you guys and have a little chat. Actually, while I'm sitting here, I can erase the lines off of this guy because the pencil's still under here. I was letting it dry. But I'm out here with my eraser, so I might as well do this while I'm sitting here. I do think part of the reason I was thinking about that craft paper is I think this one's going to go on my clear vinyl because I have some like transparent vinyl that I think will be fun for a ghost. I'll probably laminate that. I have just used the plain clear to do a sticker, and it holds up pretty well, but I think laminating it will add a little sparkle, so that'll be fun. Which sparkle? I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I did just get some new laminate too, so there might be some more fun patterns in that one that I don't have. But yeah. There, I did that, so I won't have to do that on my bed later. Let me switch over to the ending screen, because that's where we're going, so that I can eat lunch. And, I don't know, hang out. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I like always feel like I'm forgetting something, so it's probably nothing. You know how it is, I'm pretty sure. If you're here, you probably know how that is. Because like finds like. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna go set up a raid to go bother Sleepy. But Sleepy is streaming some Hollow Knight. And it's their first playthrough, so no spoilies. I'm sure everybody here will be very good about that, but yeah, I will pull that up. I should have typed this out before I did that, but that's fine. Thank you, Shani. Shani has put the raid commands in chat. The first one has emoji that you can use anywhere on Twitch, no matter your subscription status. And the second one has an emote you can use if you're subscribed to my channel. So please copy and paste the one that is relevant to you. I'm practicing my airline voice, can you tell? You're gonna do the thing? Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I love having like a chill day of chats, you know. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Remember that you're loved because I love you. If you can't take care of or be kind to yourself or yourself, please do so for me because I think you're awesome and deserve nice things, including from yourself, even on the days when it's really hard. So let's work on being kinder to ourselves and each other. And then we can meet up back here on Monday and get rizzed by a stick bug, you know? No, you're fine, Shawnee. You don't need to apologize. I can do that myself. You are not required to be here or to help. I appreciate your help and I like it when you're here, but you're not required and that does not need an apology at all. So take it back. Okay, I will see you guys on Monday, all right? All right, bye.